just here to talk to you right now. I'm not filming today. I'm out with Baby Dash. And I thought, you know what, I wanted to just kind of put a video together and just kind of give some thoughts on some things here. And I think the video topic I wanted to talk about today is, what does it take to be a gig business operator? What's it take to do this business? And I think it's interesting because anybody can do it. There's no question about that. You get a phone, you get a background check, you're live. You can be live in a couple of hours if everything goes right, and you can be out making money. But doing it profitably and doing it in a way that makes money, and doing it in a full-time basis that allows you to make the money you need to survive are two very, very different things. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. What do you need? And what you need, in my opinion, it comes down to three things. You've got to be innovative, you've got to be creative, and you've got to be driven. And those are the three things that are going to keep a person that says, hey, I want to do this full-time, I want to make this my life. But those are the things you got to do. And the reason why I think those three are important traits that will make you successful and allow you to be here is because if you're doing this as your primary source, then you're not going to be able to just do this as your primary source. You've got to be building things. And I hear that from other creators, other gig tubers. They're building and creating other things. Whether it's building you're documenting your journey through a YouTube channel, maybe creating other sources of income through other maybe YouTube channels or other things that you're doing, or maybe it's allowing you to do things in your life that you wouldn't have been able to do if you were doing a traditional full-time work that maybe isn't about building business, but maybe it's about building family. Maybe it's about being more available, being more present in a family. Maybe it's about allowing better family balance within the household. So there's so much. You've got to be building something. You've got to have a greater purpose. If you're just going out doing this and saying, hey, I'm just going to do this primarily, it may not work out. I'm not saying it can't work out, but you've got to be creative. You've got to have a creative mindset, because every day is different. How you're going to make your money is going to be different. You can never do it the same way, and that's what I love about it. There's no day that's ever going to be the same. You're never going to walk in and get in the car and go, okay, today is going to be the same day. It's never going to be. You're going to encounter so many different things, so many different ways. You're going to have days where it looks like you're not going to hit that daily goal, whatever it might be for you. It looks like it's going to be a terrible day, and it turns into a fantastic day, because one order can change everything. And that's what makes this job, to me, just exciting. But it also means you have to be driven, and the driven part is really important, probably more important than creative and innovative, because the creativity, the innovativeness, changing, making adjustments, changing your approach, changing how you're doing things, documenting, collecting information, those are all important things. That's all important to the process. But being driven, being willing to go out day in, day out, keep adding, being consistent with your plan, keep going in, and even when it looks like it's a down day, you continue pushing, you continue figuring out a way to earn money, you continue figuring out a way to make it happen. That's where it really comes in. And if you don't have that personal drive, if you're like, hey, I don't want to work, but I'm just looking to do something, it's not going to work out for you. So those are the three traits I think you got to have. I think that you've got to have deep down inside. That's the three things that you've got to really look at and say, can I do this? And it's not for everyone. Okay, it is for everyone, because anyone can do it. The barrier of entry is very low, right? Which is very deceiving because of that. People think, well, I'm going to go do this and it's going to work out. And, you turn on YouTube and you can see guys out here pounding $3,000, $4,000 a week, $10,000 a month. I mean, you search YouTube, you're going to find it all out there, people who have done these things. But that is not a realistic outlook on life, because to me, when you're doing this job, and that's why what I try to show here, my journey, I'm just documenting my journey, but the journey you're going to see if you're watching stuff that has to do with my particular experience is you're not going to see, 24-hour shifts and stuff like that. You're going to see a more realistic approach. I'm a dad first, dad dash, dad first, right? Dad first, dash second. and I'm dealing with lots of different apps. I think that's key. I think that you absolutely have to have multiple applications going. You cannot just have one on your phone unless you're just wanting to just do it for fun, and then you can. But if you're looking to make money, then you've got to have as many opportunities as you can. You've got to be adding opportunities constantly. You've got to be learning about new apps, because as soon as you think you found one that's perfect, things can happen. Changes will occur, or something else might come along that fits, or life might change. So you've got to constantly be having, learning about new opportunities and new things, so that you can make those adjustments as needed. Like, for instance, for me, we ran into a babysitting issue, and 2 apps that I wrote off and said I didn't really think were a major part of my process, Shipt and Instacart, have turned into major parts of my process as I made adjustments. And there were aspects of those apps that I found out about that I'm like, wow. For instance, the one I'm on right now, which is literally you go in and you go to Martin's grocery stores and you just pick up bags of groceries. This particular order I'm on is a $27 order. Now, I'm doing some driving, yes, but I drive a Prius. It's going to take me about 45 minutes to complete the order, yes. Probably to get back to where I can get orders again might even be a little longer, right? And that's okay. But this fits very nicely in with me being able to do work with my childhood, and this is perfect. And in doing light shops and shops that are under certain amounts, I credit Walmart and Spark to reinvigorating my interest in getting into the grocery delivery. There's a lot of people out there I've watched, and I watch a lot of YouTube content on this, that people say, well, I don't want to get out and shop. And I think you're missing an opportunity, because getting out and shopping is not that bad. It's as long as you're picking the right orders. Getting out of your car and shopping a 20-item order for $7 is not a good deal, period, under any circumstances. However, if you're being selective, like you should be, and picking orders that make sense, and understanding the amount of time you're willing to contribute, these can be very powerful tools that can add to your daily take and can really make a huge impact on your bottom line, especially during that in-between time where you're trying to figure out, especially if you're a food delivery person who loves to do food delivery. And I like doing food delivery. I think it's fun. I enjoy going out. I enjoy the process. Until you do it, you're never going to understand it. But if you've done it, you understand it's fun. It's going out and trying to find and pick the right orders and do all that stuff. It's fun. That is something that I enjoy doing. But it is not something that is being able to be done from sunrise to sunset. There are times during the day when you're not going to make very much. That's where these food delivery or grocery delivery apps can really play a factor. Specifically in the morning, between breakfast and lunch, between lunch and dinner. Now, you're not going to make a whole lot normally on these grocery delivery apps when you're in the core time for food delivery. So incorporating these makes a really, really nice, can make a nice flow to your day. But you got to learn about them. You got to go out. Now, point pickup is still something I haven't really done much of. I haven't done it all, actually. It's on my phone. I figure it's going to be one of those deals where I'm going to finally do one, and we'll see if I like it. And eventually, it will find its way. Eventually, it's going to help me out in some way. But it's right now the Walmarts and that's really the only ones that are active I see in my area, are quite a distance from my house. But I have faith that I think it will be there to help me. Roadie is on there. I've still yet to do a Roadie delivery. Okay, but I believe I'm keeping it on my phone because I think it will have a place. So, anyways, my point to you is that you've got to have multiple apps. Absolutely got to have multiple apps. You've got to be innovative. You've got to be creative in how you deal with this. You've got to have an open mind every day, and you've got to be willing to learn every single day and make adjustments every single day. And you've got to come in with a clean slate every single day. You have to approach every day like I do not know anything. but you do know stuff. But that's how you have to approach it. You need to come in each day with no expectations.
Turn left onto Nemacolin Trail. Then the destination is on your right.
Expecting, hey, I'm going to hit challenges today. And have a rough plan. Have a rough idea of what you want to do, of how you want to succeed. But be willing to make changes and adjustments on the fly. Be willing to adjust where needed, and always have backup plans. Always have apps that are sitting there in the backup area. So anyways, guys, that's just some thoughts I just wanted to share, kind of to say, hey, what do we need to do? What should you do? What should you expect?
On your right.
I don't know if it's helpful or not, but that's just my thoughts. It's a stream of consciousness pulled into the customer's house. So, guys, I'll be talking to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this video or got something from it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon.